Hi guys, so today I'm going to show you guys how to make my famous banana pudding cheesecake. First, we're going to make our pudding, okay? I'm going to crack 4 eggs, okay? And you only just want the yolk, okay? So I'm separating my egg white from the yolk, okay? It's okay if you get a little bit of the egg white left on the yolk. It's totally fine. It's not the end of the world. All right, so put the yolk in this cup, and I need one more. So we have 4 egg yolks in here, okay? In my pot, the heat is off right now. It's not on. I'm going to add 1/4 teaspoon salt, a 1/2 cup sugar, and then I'm going to add 1/4 cup all-purpose flour, okay? Next, I'm going to go ahead and give this a good whisk, okay? Just want to mix everything together. My 4 egg yolks, I'm going to give it like a whisk. Okay, so that's good. After you add all of the dry ingredients in your pot, I'm going to add 2.5 cups of my milk, okay? So that's 1, 2. I'm using whole milk, okay? And I do like to use whole milk, organic 100% grass-fed milk. After you add the milk, go ahead and whisk this so you can dissolve the dry ingredients, okay? So you want to whisk it really good. And what I like to do is if you tilt your pot just a little bit, you can see the dry ingredients kind of sitting at the bottom of the side. Go ahead and move it or whisk it, okay? And then you want to tilt on the other side, and you see, yep, it's just sitting there. So go ahead and whisk that. And then I like to tilt on this side. Yep, it's sitting right here in this corner. And then I want to move it around to see, just to make sure I got all the dry ingredients. Whisk it a little bit more. Now, I'm going to add my beaten egg yolks, okay? So add your beaten egg yolks. I've been making my banana pudding just like this all the time, and it's totally easy, stress-free. If I can find a way to make my banana pudding easier. Now go ahead and give this a good whisk again after you add your egg yolks, okay? And don't let people tell you how to make banana pudding, okay? There's different ways to make banana pudding. All right, you just have to find one that you like to make, and it's easy. And I like this way, okay? Now you can turn on your heat, okay? You want to stand here and whisk. Even if your milk is still cold, you want to whisk, okay? Just whisk away. It's gonna be worth it. It's up to you, the consistency, the thickness that you like your pudding. Once the pudding cooled down, it'll thicken up more. I'm just going to give it another couple more minutes, okay? Since it is going inside my cheesecake, I want it on a thicker side, okay? I'm going to turn off the heat. I'm adding 1 teaspoon of vanilla bean paste. And if you have vanilla extract, you can use that, okay? And I like to use vanilla bean paste. So I'm going to do about 1 teaspoon. So I'm eyeballing it. Okay, that's good. You want to wait to add your vanilla once you turn off the heat, okay? Whisk it really good. That's pretty much it. That's how you make the pudding for your cheesecake. Next, we're going to make our cheesecake crust. Okay, so you'll need graham crackers, okay? And I'm going to be making an 8-inch cheesecake. So for an 8-inch, I'm going to do 15 graham crackers. So I have 2, and you want to break it in half when you drop it into the blender. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. So there's 9 graham crackers in here. And I have to open another one. I have my 6 tablespoons of unsalted butter melting in like a glass cup in the oven. And I got my oven at 350 because we're going to bake our crust at 350 for 10 minutes, okay? 1 extra, so 16. We're going to go ahead and crush it up, okay? So blend it up. There's a little wall facing down, because when it's time to go and cut your cheesecake and remove your cheesecake, it's gonna be easy, okay? Okay, so you wanna crush your graham crackers first. Now I'm going to go ahead and add my 6 tablespoons of unsalted butter. I'm going to go in with a spatula and help the crust, okay? So I wanna go ahead and do this. I went ahead and place a piece of parchment paper at the bottom of this. You don't have to do this, it's optional. I normally don't use parchment paper, but I'm trying something new, so we'll see. I'm going to pour this in our pan. Spread this around evenly. And you kind of want to build like a little wall against the pan. I'm just placing everything in place for now. And then I'm going to go in and press it down, okay? I'm going to go in and press it down. Press the crust down into the pan, okay? Bake this 10 minutes, 350. I like to bake my cheesecake in a water bath, so I like to bake it in here because it's big, okay? So I'm gonna fill this up with hot water. So, all right, so I have my hot water, and I'm going to pour it into this. Okay. Now I'm going to put this hot water with this roasting pan in my oven so the water can continue to be hot, okay? 325, yeah. So I went ahead and turned my oven from 350 to 325 degrees. So we're going to bake our cheesecake at 325. So I have my water bath hot and ready to go, sitting in my oven. Next, and the crust is cooling down. We have our puddings ready to go. Next, last part, we're going to make our cheesecake filling, okay? I'm going to add cream cheese, and this is 8-ounce packaged cream cheese. So I'm going to add 1, and make sure your cream cheese is at room temperature, okay? We are going to cream this cream cheese for a couple minutes, okay? I'm going to turn it off so you guys can hear me. So after about 1.5 minutes, you want to go ahead and add your, not quite the whole 1 cup. I like it just the perfect amount. So I always do a little bit less than 1 cup, okay? I'm going to use my spatula, and you want to go in and scrape the side of your bowl, okay? And the bottom. So scrape the side, the bottom. I'm going to turn it back on. Add your eggs, 1 at a time. Now I'm going to go in with 1 teaspoon of vanilla bean paste, okay? Now I'm going to add 1/2 cup of sour cream. And you want to make sure your sour cream is at room temperature as well, okay? And you want to stir it with a spoon. and blend for about a minute. 1/4 cup of heavy whipping cream. I'm going to turn this off so I can go in with my spatula and scrape the side and the bottom one last time. Because we're baking our cheesecake in a water bath, you need to place aluminum foil like that, and you just want to go ahead and do this. Okay, fold it down like that, and go ahead and do this. You don't want the foil to be over your pan. You want it just up at the pan, you know, the top. So secure your foil around your pan like that. You need about 2 ripe bananas. Okay. So break it up like that. Okay, and you want to go ahead, put on a glove. We're going to squeeze it. I've tried thinly slicing them and adding them into my cheesecake, and I didn't like that. After it's baked, yeah. So I like when you do it this way. Just mush it up like a baby food, okay? Mush it up really good. Nutella wafers. Good amount of the cheesecake filling, okay? Just like that. And then you want to spread this evenly. You see how it got thick? So you want to add your pudding. So I tried using a piping bag and I don't like it that way. I like it just use a spoon, a spatula, and just get a little glop and just drop it. Drop it in your cheesecake like that, okay? I like this better because I did try putting my pudding inside a piping bag. I don't know. It wasn't enough. I didn't taste a lot of the pudding in my cheesecake, and I prefer it. You can taste some of the pudding. So you want to just drop some big clumps like that, okay? Now we're going to add, drizzle on our mushed bananas. And you just want to spoon it on like random places like that. Wafers, just place it on top like that, okay? Another layer of cheesecake filling. So now go ahead, get your spatula, move your cheesecake around to cover that first layer. I'm going to do the banana first, okay? You see, it's up to you guys. So drop your mushed bananas like that. I love how cheesecake, you can just play with it, you know? When it's time to assemble them together, you can just play with it like that. Okay, let's just add it all. This is our last layer of everything. Okay, see, perfect, 2 bananas. And then go in with our pudding. We might have a little bit pudding left over, which is fine. Like that. You see? What are you doing, Zeke? They're waiting for me. We're going trick-or-treating. I'm taking them trick-or-treating, you guys. And they're so excited. They're just like, are you done yet, Mom? I'm like, no. Now we gotta wait for the cheesecake to bake. Yeah, okay. So since this is my last layer, I'm adding kind of a lot. But so just play with it. And then I'm going to go in and top it off with the cheesecake filling. Okay. Look, this is overflowing. Yeah. So go ahead and use your spatula and kind of smooth the top layer like that. And it's a lot, y'all. If you want to take out a little bit because it's gonna overflow. Now we're going to bake this 325 for about 1 hour. We'll check. Hi guys, so this is the next day and here's our cheesecake. I'm going to open it up. Okay. So it's been chilling overnight. So after it's done baking, you want to go ahead and let your cheesecake sit. It doesn't matter if it sits in your oven to cool down in the water bath, but you just want to, after you turn off the oven, after it's done baking, turn off the oven. You can either take out the water, the pan that the cheesecake is in, take the whole thing out and like set it on your counter and let it cool down for like about an hour. Okay, or you can just turn off the oven and open the oven door a little bit and let the cheesecake sit in the water bath, cool down for 1 hour. It doesn't matter, whichever way. And then after letting it cool for 1 hour, you're going to take it out the water bath. And I took off the aluminum foil as well, and then place it in my fridge to let it chill overnight, because it needs to sit and chill overnight. So here's the next day. It's beautiful. Okay, so I'm about to cut it real quick, and yeah, so here's the parchment paper. I'm going to transfer this to, okay, so this cheesecake is for a customer. So okay guys, so I really have to go. I don't have time. I don't think I have time to make my homemade, whipped cream. So I might have to do that when I get back. But it's pretty much done at this point. You can just go ahead, slice it and enjoy. Or if you want it to look pretty, you can decorate it, you know, add, crumble up some Nutella wafers, drizzle it on, maybe slice up some bananas, and just whatever. But if you're just eating it, just cut it, okay? But if you're making this for a friend or whatever, and you want to look pretty, you can decorate it. But so I'm going to transfer this to this because this is for a customer. Okay, so make sure your knife is hot, and then you want to wipe off the water. So I let my knife boil in my tea kettle. So okay, I have to be careful. Like, please don't drop, please don't drop. Okay, so let's see. Ooh, y'all. Great. The reason why I used parchment paper for this one because it's for a customer and I want it to look nice, okay? I was trying to get the side, like right here, to be like clean, you know, come out clean and beautiful. But my parchment paper wasn't big enough for, you know, like the pan. It was like, it's just a little, yeah. So if I have a bigger parchment paper, it would have been great. But you see how the bottom, it looks good. The top, not so much. But it's okay. It's still going to be good, delicious. I'm going to cut it. Oh yeah, it has been sitting overnight, so cuts beautifully. I'm gonna make sure all the way through. So each time before you go in and cut, you want to make sure wipe it clean, hot, wipe it clean, okay? That. Hot, wipe it dry. Oh, I'm so happy how beautiful it turned out, you guys. Look how good it is. Okay, so for an 8-inch cheesecake, you'll get about 8 slices. Okay, I can, if a customer requests that I cut it smaller slices, I will, but they said about 7 slices will be good enough for everyone. So I was like, oh, perfect, because yeah, it's gonna be enough. And now this is where I go in and decorate. So get some vanilla wafers and you can just crumble it on like this to make it look pretty. Okay, just crumble it on. Like that. I'll do one more. I do need my whipped cream because that's what makes it look really, really pretty. Okay, so I do need my whipped cream, y'all. I have somewhere to go. I'm gonna do it now real quick. Okay, so I went ahead and made my whipped cream real quick. So we're going to make this look more pretty. So I'm going to do like whipped cream. That. Okay. Look how pretty it is. Now I want to go in and add a little slice of banana. So cheesecake. Okay. That. Perfect. Like that. And then one more. And that's our banana pudding cheesecake. Alright guys, I'm going to put this in a container. Give this recipe a try. Let me know what you think. Thank you as always. For more yummy recipes, please give me a follow and I'll see you guys later.